Sasa, hope you're well. Having one of those shukisha basi nipumzike moments because it's been quite an intense week. Nothing wrong, just a very intense schedule, one that I am intentionally taking time to just reset because Hey, all right. So, how was your week? Hope all is well. And if it's not, remember, the weekend is here for you to reset and set other intentions that perhaps will lead you to a better place. Now, leadership, fatherhood, and legacy is the conversation I had with Mwongera in the latest episode of Curveballs by Gigi. And it was such a conversation laced with so much wisdom, so many gems, and I'm still tickled by how the whole crew reacted to him when he said he does not like avocados and believes they were the forbidden fruit. Let me tell you, usicheze na avocado economy. That was quite an episode for the books. Go check it out on YouTube and also on Spotify. And you'll also get context on something that he was very intent on speaking about. And this is fatherhood. The value of intentional fatherhood and also the impact of fatherlessness. Now, do you remember a few days back, I was engaging you on your circumstances around the same? Did you grow up with a present father? Did you have an absent father? And if that's the case, were there father figures? Now, these are the results. And it's interesting to see that a majority of you that engaged with me actually had present fathers. And this goes against some of the studies recently that say the society is experiencing a high level of fatherlessness in homes today than ever before, which now takes me back to that conversation I had with Mwongera, and he was referencing to this study that was done back in 2020 on the status of fatherhood in Kenya. And this was initiated by the Papa Bay Initiative, an initiative rather that he founded, and it is to help fathers on the journey of fatherhood. And some of the feedback was quite captivating, especially on the impact on the development of children. And it links it to sexual deviancy, substance abuse, and juvenile delinquency. And perhaps this is something you've had before, but check this out. When the respondents were asked why fathers matter, this is what now makes me stop and start thinking even about my own circumstances. So, under lessons learned from fathers, a majority of the respondents said they learned hard work, the value of hard work from their fathers. And for women, money matters and financial literacy was the biggest lesson. And for the men, it was discipline. Under lessons they wished they learned from their fathers, people wished their fathers taught them more about how to manage money and how to be in relationships. Women wished they learned about confidence, while men wished they learned about masculinity from their dads. And it made me wonder about my own circumstances. I grew up in a home that had a present father. And when I think about it, I learned or caught, either by observation or just listening to him, the value of hard work, the value of showing up, how I relate to money and the value I put to the same. And because he passed on when I was just turning 21, I remember having such a difficult time with relationships. And now when I think about my journey this far, I wish that he was around to actually give me advice on how to deal, because it's the wild, wild west out here. You know what I mean? And I'm curious to know, with the benefit of hindsight and experience, if you grew up with a present father, what are these things that you learned from them and you believe really impacted on who you are today and how you show up? And also, if your circumstances were that it was an absent father and there were no father figures, what are the things you actually wish you learned from a father, or rather you learned from a father? Talk to me.